Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Pro Dota 1 commentary. This is Luminous, and joining me alongside is B-Balling, and we're both from DotaCommentaries.com. For more replays, commentaries, check us out on DotaCommentaries.com. What is up, B-Balling?
Not much. Is that where we're from? We're from DC? I never would have guessed.
We are from DC, not Dota Cinema, DotaCommentaries.com.
I never knew, but apparently we're both on DC.
Having some identity crisis over there. It's B-Balling.
No, it's just because it's just like seems so obvious. I don't know why you put that in there.
I just think that we should. I mean, why not?
Yeah, I suppose he slipped in there nice and gentle.
There you go.
I'm sure you have
Wow,
experience.
that's such a subtle statement. I'm actually at 37, so apologies on that. We're casting, by the way, PacificEmaxx versus Mineski. This is from GEST. I know you guys been dying for Dota 1 replays, and I know I should cast more. Well, here's some Dota 1 replay before the craziness that's going to be happening in TI2 very soon. So, yeah.
Yeah, Dota 1.
Dota 1.
Basically, our last commentary we did together, actually on my channel, I think I was just trying to catch you up on the metagame, and it took me
What
like
metagame? Is there such thing called metagame still on Dota 1?
Yo, I called all the picks and all those things. Maybe
Okay.
I'll go dragon in this game. Ooh.
Alright, you're going to call all the item choices in this game too then, okay?
Okay, bunch of staffs, blinks, dagon on puck, basement.
Okay, anytime that wrong, I'll call you on that, right? PacificEmaxx, defending champion of the previous two GST. I'm not sure if you guys know the result for this one. I could tell you that didn't do too well, although I don't know exactly how unwell they did. Or maybe I do, but you know. I think we need to get the game on the road. Quick introductions for the heroes, and then we'll get the show rolling.
Yep. So for PacificEmaxx we have Viabas playing the Invoker. Looks like Huggy Bear or Hug playing the Puck. Don is playing the Shadow Demon. CHN is playing the Chaos Knight, and Inma is playing the Wisp. So we're seeing a lot more Wisp play in Dota 1, and it's pretty cool to watch. But that just makes it much harder for casters to cast because Wisp just teleports in all over the place and just like, oh crap, kills happening left and right.
Yep. Jay on the Mineski side, my favorite over-aggressive player on that Windrunner. RR on the line. Woods on the Shaker. We have JJR on the Queen of Pain, and Owa playing the Brewmother. So without further ado, let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm at 38, 39, 40. You know my Warcraft's a little bit slower, so you gotta get on my level. My low level.
I gotta get on your level.
Yeah.
So I gotta bring myself down to
yes,
your level.
unfortunately.
Oh no. And anyway, JJR is Jojuro, in case you guys didn't realize. So, yep, Jojuro playing that co-op.
How do you spell that? Is that like a Chinese thing? Jojuro.
J-O-J-E-R-O.
Jojero. That sounds like something I could slip in a tongue twister.
And Bingo is Nemo, or Jojuro, whatever.
There you go. Alright, so Wisp is a hero that you're quite fond of. Or, you know, at least, no, actually, I take that back. Are you fond of this hero? No?
Meh. He makes for exciting games, but I don't know. He's alright. I could get along with this. At least I just know Naga. Screw that hero.
What's wrong with Naga? She's so cute.
She's so dumb.
Yeah, her ultimate's kind of annoying. Although at the very least, right? Level 1 ultimate has like a 3-minute cooldown, which is one of the longest ridiculous cooldown of a spell. But once you get to level 16, it's crazy. Which, by the way, Jay's trying to scout some things. He's gonna see a tri-lane, which this is kind of one of the best tri-lanes in the game, or at least in this game in particular. And I'm not sure whether Windrunner could deal with it, but there's a Shaker helping out, so not too bad.
I'd be interested to see the bans in this game. Probably Ancient Apparition was part of the ban, like in Naga, heroes like that. Maybe even throw in a ban on heroes that I can't even think about. And that's why I was stalling for time right there. But Invoker, I don't know if he really suits the Pinoy playstyle just because they go Exort build so often, and Pinoy playstyle is all about craziness. And you can Sunstrike, but most of the time the heroes are moving very, very quickly. They're just sort of on crack, just running around the map at 10 times speed. Well, so I'm not really a huge fan of Invoker in Pinoy games, but we'll see how Viabas decides to handle it.
I mean, I think he has enough setups right on the bot lane, like the Shadow Demon Disruption. That is one of the perfect setup you can have. And there's, you know, the Chaos Bolt. Depending on what second it is, you can set up properly. Yeah, but I think Shadow Demon Disruption and Soul Catcher is, you know, enough reasons to get a Sunstrike if he's going for that build. I imagine he would though.
Yeah, Pinoy Invokers always go for that build, so that's what I'm expecting in this game.
Okay.
Although he has taken Quas at level 1.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, class level 1's kind of pretty standard. Alright, what's your thoughts on the top lane? Because this is something that we just see Chinese teams One cry a bit, and Chinese team, something I actually know, right? Line and the Brood on the top, and we're gonna see Line already jungling. He is gonna jungle full time basically here, and come gank once in a while. Last time I saw X do this, which by the way, one of my favorite Line player out there, he went Mana Drain 2 and 4, or at least no, he went Mana Drain 4, and he maxed it too. So he definitely took it out of my playbook because obviously, you know.
Was there a reason why besides Mana Drain being the best skill in the game?
Well, I mean, that was a reason why, but, you know, he basically wanted to have full mana anytime he come out of jungle and gank, so he was basically using Hex very liberally at the beginning of every gank. In a normal line build, you can't do that because, you know, mana is so short, but every time he's jungling, he's just mana draining, you know, Centaurs or Troll Warlords. Yeah, full mana all the time, pretty good.
Yeah, that makes sense. It looks like there's going to be engagement on the bottom lane. Here comes Chaos and Wisp Tether going to hold Windrunner in place. A couple more hits. Can Wisp get the last hit? It looks like Chaos, well, CHN picks up the last hit, and the other heroes on the Scourge are just running the heck away. There's only 2 heroes on the Scourge, so I guess... Oh yeah, they were running into a lane. Derp.
Man,
Derpity.
it's like going on a date with Luminous. It's so easy.
Oh man, I could make jokes, but I think
It's okay.
I made
No, you can. You definitely can.
I made it on the show, so I don't like to...
No, we're not live casting. We
Yeah,
don't need to
easy
be
like-
too
Alright,
professional here.
Alright, easy like your mother. Okay.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
That's so unoriginal. I set you up too. That was so unoriginal. Double Down Dream gets picked up here on Invoker, which, I mean, he's still on Quas. I'm actually not sure whether he took the second point into Exhort or not. If he's on Exhort, then he's not using those orbs, which is, you know, questionable, but that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, Invoker versus Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, of course, one of the favorites in the Pinoy scene, just because she can do everything that the Pinoys love. She likes to gank, she can scale well, reasonably well to the late game, but she does need to get a good start. Otherwise, in Pinoy games before, even if she didn't get off to a good start, she'd have a successful game, but these days, because Blink isn't really maxed first, and Pinoys find a way to gank her, and then she's kept down, and then she doesn't really have a mid-game impact. So that's the reason why she hasn't been seeing as much success, and also the arrival of Puck, who just feels like whenever he's picked on a Pinoy team, he just counters the other team so well. And here comes a Hex by line. Can they get the Chainstone? Here comes Impale as well. A couple more hits, bait out the phase shift. One more hit. Starboy just in time.
That range creep, bring him down to like 20 HP. That was close enough. He got away. Just barely. And has a bottle too. We'll be bottle crawling as well. I mean, earlier, they were upgrading those Crow like Olympic water swimming team. Like, freaking synchronized and shit. Now it's gonna be, yeah, a whole bunch of bottle crawlings happening. 4 crows in this game? Yeah, 4 crows in this game. Pretty standard.
Yeah, but it's interesting in Dota 2, Mineski doesn't like to run double bottle crow as much.
Really? Ooh, Sunstrike on the mid lane. Wow, perfect. I don't even know how I caught that. Just being lucky camera controlled.
From my eye, I was like, oh man.
Yeah,
I
man.
thought it's that.
Actually, I heard some pro player talked about bottle crawling. I forgot who it was that talked about, but bottle crawling in Dota 2 is actually a little bit harder in Dota 1 because of the auto key that you set on your courier. Always select the first courier that's purchased. So it's a little bit annoying to bottle crow. But, you know, if you really want to do it, you still can. You got to hotkey properly, though.
Yeah. Your fun fact of the day, courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Luminous.
Yeah, I just want to credit whoever that said it, but I don't remember. Meanwhile, dive on the happening on the bot lane, and again, the easiness continues.
Yeah, this lane is pretty much free. We'll see if they go for tower. Pinoy teams are not too fond of taking early towers. They just prefer to gank and keep the other heroes down, but it looks like they're providing a bit of pressure at the Basilisar up. Meanwhile, Puck is trying to scare away the line. And Puck's hero, just like I said, has seen a lot of play recently, but he might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes Illusionary Orb. He gets hexed, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to die for sure.
What was he doing there? What was he doing there? I have no clue.
He was trying to creep jack Lion.
Right, I know he's trying to keep track Lion. Exactly, what was he doing there? That's the question.
That's all I can tell you.
Wrong neighborhood, that's what he was seeing.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, it's like you're playing League of Legends and then you come to LuminousInverse channel. Wrong neighborhood, son. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't hate League of Legends, by the way. I think it's a
I don't hate it because I've never played it.
Exactly.
So
I'm not qualified to hate it, you know?
Anyway, disruption on the bottom lane. Winner is going to be A-OK. And just checking out the early creep sets. Well, it doesn't really matter anyway, but Queen of Pain and Fruit Mother have the ICS.
Yeah, I was about to say, we're casting a Southern East Asian game. Creep scores don't matter for anything, but here comes a push. I'm not sure how much that matters either. Look at these Spiderlings. Just going to be pushing and keeping the Puck back. Puck, it's a hero that you've been talking about. Does he always go Dagon first in Peanut games?
No. No, he doesn't. It depends on the situation, and I think this Puck has just been harassed too heavily that he can't really afford to go Dagon first. He sometimes like to pick up a Bracer as well. It doesn't go into the drums, just a Bracer for the heck of it. Dagon is more of an item if you're doing okay, if you're not feeding, like this Puck is, then he picks it up. But Dagon Puck, we've seen it quite often, mostly introduced by Apple Park and MSI Evo GT, but I think PacificEmaxx have run it a couple times.
I mean, this Puck's feeding, but this Bruce also feeding him Spiderlings. I mean, he's not microing them all, and Lujorb is getting 4 or 5 Spiderlings every fight. Teleportation goes on the top lane here. That is a Puck Dream Coil, and they're gonna go for a line. Imagine no one going for anyone right now. Broodmother's gonna survive. There's a disruption finally being used. I think Line's gonna be fine. Line's got a whole bunch of spell. Sunstrike that's gonna hit, and never mind. This Broodmother caught in a awkward position, but has a web, so no big deal. It's trying to skirt past on the left side, or it's gonna regen some HP. Either way, pretty good gank with the hate stream teleporting in.
Oh,
Nice.
come on, Brood. That's a courier. You gotta get your priorities straight, man. Kill the courier.
Man, die for the furry. Turn on that ult, man. Just go for it. Oh, meanwhile,
Oh,
is he gonna go for the knight? If he gets this, how? Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is indeed. So right now, it looks like Mineski have a solid advantage at this point, but still very early in the game. And once that Wisp ganking party, although it's not the usual Wisp-Ricky combo that we haven't seen, so maybe when they picked up Wisp, somebody banned Ricky. I'd be interested in see the bans.
Yeah,
All I'm saying.
So last time I cast on B-Balling channel and I saw Ricky Wisp, and I thought, well, that was counterintuitive, right? Because Wisp, you want to be ganking as we see Puck probably gonna get chased down. Nice silence. He's gonna orb out. He's gonna trying to dodge. Broodmother's not really going in. Teleportation comes, and that's the Shadow Demon again. I don't think he has a movement speed to really catch up. But yeah, going back to Wisp Ricky, I thought it was counterintuitive considering that the Wisp does reveal you when you teleporting, but it just happens so fast that, you know, it's more than enough time to actually get the kills.
Oh, Dust of Appearance is casted. Looks like they're gonna go on the line. One more hit, but they're not gonna be able to pick him up unless Puckman just chase him down. Wands up. Can he get the orb? No, he's gonna think better of it. Shadow Poison just to scout him out. And they realize, oh crap, Lion is still alive. Oh, Puck wants more. One more hit. No, another counter wand. And looks like this Puck is gonna die for his draw. Finger of Death. Just
Wow.
Nice play by RR.
Magic Wand, best item in the game, really. And looks like the Shadow Demon's gonna get picked off by the creeps as well. Scourge creeps as he gets nuked down. On the bot lane here, looks like they're gonna be diving for that Shaker. Shaker should be fine. He's okay. It's okay. Io has nothing but a Sentry Ward. This is as support as you could possibly get here.
Luminous is literally just getting so excited by this list just because he only has a Sentry Ward like a boss.
Oh man, that's a true way to play support. Has nothing.
Yep.
Sentry Wards.
But yeah, just to go back to the Broodmother point and the Puck is fed quite a bit, but like you said, he is freaking level 7.
Yeah, he's eating Spiderlings all day. Look.
I know, he's eating Spiderlings for breakfast.
Yeah.
And look, Shadow Demon's gonna get all extra as well.
What the hell is with
Very
this
poor. Oh my
micro?
God.
Who's playing this Broodmother? Owa. Okay. Good to know.
Owa usually plays support, so maybe this is why.
Why what? You saying support player can't micro? Huh? Huh?
I'm saying maybe this is. I'm saying maybe
What?
this is why Owa plays support because you don't often see Chen or Enchantress in Peanut games. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying Chen's and you saying Pinot can play Chen or Enchantress, huh? What?
I'm saying that you're bad at this game.
Oh, you got one thing right.
It's okay. I'm worse.
Yeah. What happened to her Pubtastic adventure, man? That was good stuff.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
You
know.
abandoned me. You abandoned me to the cruel dark world.
Cool Dark
Somehow,
World.
yeah.
That sounds like some Yu-Gi-Oh reference. It's like Shadow Realm shit. This windrunner, by the way, Jay's doing what Jay's does best, which is diving behind the enemy tower against 3, and now he's in deep shit. Cool stuff.
Typical Jay. Although Jay, he played really well in the last 2 game I can.
Yeah, Jay is one of those players, which, by the way, I have nothing but respect for Jay, but he's just so aggressive. I love to watch his aggressive play style, and when it works, he makes like great world Dota plays. When it doesn't, you see something like that on the bot lane. And let me tell you, it didn't work right there. Oh no, B-balling is dropping right now. Let me get him back. And we're back. Sorry for that technical difficulty. Hopefully we didn't miss too much action. 12:38 is your time. I'm watching this good escape on top lane. All right, 12:38. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, go. Puck. No more wand charges, which was I think that really saved him. Or juked the hell out of him earlier. Uh oh. TP out, poison damage. Ow. Pretty close.
Longest TP of Puck's life.
Yeah, didn't make it out there.
Very unfortunate. As looks like Bomb Lane is trying to apply a bit of pressure. Chaos Knight in a little bit of trouble. Here comes Finger Death. A Hex as well, and R picks up the last hit. Nicely done by Mineski. Mineski,
I mean, pretty
5 to
close
6.
game, actually.
Yeah. But meanwhile, Invoker hasn't been getting ganked, he hasn't been getting pressured, and he's going to get a lot of levels, so I think Invoker might be a problem, especially since they haven't paid any attention to him whatsoever. He's been getting Sunstrike kills as well.
Yeah, Sunstrike kills, getting solo kills, that's really what's driving his EXP forward. And the Stoneforge build, or not Stoneforge, Forge Spirit build, is pretty insane. Once you hit level 10, when you get the 2 points into your, or 2 Forge Spirits, 4 points into each Quas and Exhort. Pretty big stuff. If he's going to be pushing with it, I don't know. Again, Pinoy Invoker, I imagine they're going to be going for hero killing, but Force Spirit is actually not too good for that.
Yeah, they go pretty much standard, you know, phase boots, force staff, the usual Invoker build. It's not like there's too drastic a change from Invoker. I haven't actually seen late game Invoker and Pinoy scene too often, so I can't really tell you what they do after force staff. But usually Aghanims after that, so it's pretty typical. I mean, there's only so much item build variation you can do with Invoker. Here comes Wizard Tether. Earthshaker is going to get stunned in place. Can you get one last fissure? Yes, you will. Meteor misses by a long shot. Earthshaker will definitely take the fall. Chaos Knight just too fast, too furious. But can Windrunner escape? Jay manages to somehow pick off Inma, the Wisp, in the midst of all that. Here comes Lion to reinforce. And Earthshaker tries to suicide to the neutrals, but Chaos Knight does pick up the kill. And Scourge is going to back off. No, Queen of Pain wants some blood.
Queen of Pain's coming in right now. Hasty, he's looking for Purple. Purple trying to go for Jay. Jay's just juking for his life right now. Reality Shift popping the Windrun, and now suddenly Chaos Knight in big trouble. Where's the Queen of Pain? No, Queen of Pain actually fighting against the enemy team. Does pick up the Shadow Demon right now. Still sees Purple chasing away. Lion gets picked off as well. Where the hell is Queen of Pain going? What is her mana level? Still pretty good. No, it's going to blink out just fine. Not too sure whether she dropped her ult, but definitely didn't have mana for ult afterwards.
Yeah, she did drop her ultimate.
Okay.
She got juked a bit. She was soul catchered and stuff like that, so she took a bit more damage, so she had to pop her ball charges a little bit prematurely, but still managed to pick off Shadow Demon in the midst of all that. And meanwhile, Puck is just going to farm up level 11 Puck with Bracer and Phase Boot, so we might actually see Dagon Puck.
Yeah, again, is he higher than Brood? I imagine so. Where's the Brood right now? Brood's level 10. I mean, this is what you don't want to do. Feed Broodlings. Jesus. Like, I mean, Puck died, what, twice? 3 times? Or he's definitely forced back to base a couple times. And he's out-leveling the Brood. Man, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, it's a little bit sad. I mean, Soulverse annoying, but still, it's a little bit sad.
Yeah. A little bit. That's pretty... And now I think this Brood's going to get ganked. We do have Shadow Demon coming in, has a smoke, as well as Dusk. Wisp is going to come in as well. Wisp's pretty important for these long-range ganks, because you could tether in from really afar and apply that stun. You don't really expect it.
Brood is out of the Comfort Orb web. She's going to slink right back into it. And it looks like this gank is not going to happen immediately. Meanwhile, Invoker, how much gold does he have? He's going to go for this typical 4 staff. He went for Bottle as well. So he's going to have his 4 staff and about 1,200 gold. And once he gets that, I'll be interested to see what he goes for next.
Shouldn't you know? Aren't you the
I don't.
the
I said,
master?
after 4 staff, I haven't seen too many late game Invokers these days. Usually they go either Hex or Axe, but more often Axe, I think.
I think what you're trying to say is that the game ends when he gets a 4 staff. Such a broken combination of items, so you never see what's after it. But here we go, Smoke Gang coming from Line and Shaker. Pretty split up so far. I imagine he's been going for Impale and Hex, like the standard build, so we're not going to see any crazy mana drain build. Invoker sees something coming. Going to be backing up for now on Line. He's got the scent. He's got the finger ready too. Have you seen Dota 2 Line? His finger, his glove, or whatever, claw. It is the big claw. Meanwhile, Dust on the top lane here, we have Owa. And that big claw, when it fingers you, it hurts. Mother, by the way, gets pwned here. Yep, no chance.
What's the casting rate of Demonic Purge? My god, that was far. This looks like a Lion managed to get a rebuttal kill. Here comes Winter and Queen of Pain, and this gank is going to get completely turned around. Easy kills, double kill being picked up for the Scourge side, so Mineski looking alright. And if we go just by the late game, where, I mean, it just matters on the items that are purchased, but it looks like PacificEmaxx does have a better late game, so it's just going to try to tether out of there, but another Impale. Do you happen to know the casting out of Demonic Purge?
I'm going to say like 800?
Okay, that's pretty. Because Brood was like all the way to the second web in jungle, and
yeah.
Shadow Demon was right at the river point, so it was pretty far.
I want to say 800, but if it's longer, it won't surprise me because that looked pretty far as well. You know what the casting range of Tether is? That thing is far.
It's like 1,200, right?
Okay, I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Like how a lot of times you're ganking him in a pub game, he just gets away. It's almost as annoying as Song Siren. but not
No,
really.
not quite.
Not
Because he
really.
can't carry.
And it's not AoE too, right? And you can't initiate with it as well. But in any case, here comes the tier 2 push. As I say that they're gonna back off. Here's one thing I really noticed about I guess most Pinoy teams is that they don't really. Well, you said this earlier too. They don't care at all about towers. I thought that was a relatively free tower, or at least at the very least, you could damage it at least 200-300 points. But they're like, you know, whatever. We'll back off. No big deal.
Yeah, and it's pretty odd considering how the Dota 2 metagame, but still Dota 1 completely different at this point. And I'd love to get my hands on some Chinese Dota 1 replays as well, just to see the
What's
difference in
that?
that. I don't know. It's some sort of
I've never heard of that before.
thing.
Chinese Dota replays.
At least Chinese Dota 1.
They went the Chinese Dota 1 replay went extinct like 2 years ago. And those are good, really good old games, but they went extinct. It's like pandas.
Yeah, I think that might be why. Because they started picking up Panda, and then they just realized, oh crap, these replays have got to be endangered as well.
There you go. I mean, everything's in danger in China. Girls are in danger in China because of the one-child policy. Pandas in danger. Now replays are in danger. What's next?
Luminous. Luminous is
So
already
Luminous is already in danger. One of a kind. One of a kind.
This is true. There's very few others like Luminous, and looks like Winter decided to pick up a Force Staff rather than a Mechanism. And here comes a tier 1 tower push on the mid lane. Can they get the deny off? No, Queen of Pain just gets the right click. Nice vision by Earthshaker. Here comes Wizard, teleport in, and Earthshaker managed to drop the Echo Slam, doing a bit of residual damage, but he's going to be sent back to base very soon. And they are owning that illusion. My God, that was crazy for that illusion.
That was brutal.
Illusion had no idea that was coming. And meanwhile, Puck dies.
I gotta tell you, that illusion liked it though, because it was Queen of Pain's illusion. Ah,
Yeah, kinky stuff.
kinky stuff. Although, one thing I want to point out is that actually was the first Wisp gank, Wisp tether, or relocate gank. I see relocate being used on the top lane, but as an escape spell. But that was actually the first legitimate gank. And that's pretty slow for a Wisp, right? You generally see it as soon as they pick it up. Glyph on the mid lane here, and they're going to go right in. Chaos Knight's going to take a couple of spells. Immediate disruption against Lions. Sunstrike to follow. Ooh, Sunstrike actually missing. 4-second Sun Purge. Lions basically dead. Tower is going to get destroyed. Somebody get killed by neutral creep throughout all of this.
Oh no,
CK
Chaos
gets
Knight.
stuck. Oh my god, what a fissure block. And they pick him off as well. Nicely played.
Yeah, and usually it's Aura playing the Shaker, but it looks like Woots is playing the Shaker this time, so... He's doing a good job. These Earthshaker plays have been fantastic, and one thing I do love about the Pinoy things among other things, is that they always find a way to farm up the Earthshaker. I mean, Earthshaker has not had too much farm, but still managed to get Arcane Boots, and he should get the Dagger at around 20-22 minute mark. Even if he dies a couple more times, they always farm up the Shaker, and I really like that.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed out, actually no other region of playstyle do this, right? They just says, Shaker, go farm, you are the carry, or, you know, semi-carry or whatever, in the next couple of minutes, we want you to get the dagger. And it actually makes a huge difference, especially in these games where positioning is not exactly the most stellar thing, and, you know, people clump up a lot of times. There's crazy, hectic team fights, creeps around like crazy, and that Echo Slam, it's gonna do big damage.
Yeah, and that's definitely the case, and looks like Brood has finished the Orchid, so going to be able to kill Puck even more easily to avenge the thousands of Broodlings she lost to the Puck on that top lane. And looks like Age is going to be picked up by nobody.
Somebody
What?
killed it?
Somebody killed it?
What?
I'm confused. I think it was killed.
By what?
Maybe somebody A-clicked too much.
You know, this is a...
This is an odd game.
I was
We've
gonna
seen many
say-
odd games.
I was gonna say, you know, what? This is like a new meta, right? What if you kill Roshan and, you know, you don't let them know that you killed Roshan by not picking up the Aegis? And then I did not remember, like, there's a fucking huge message on the screen that Scourge just killed Roshan, right? So you know, misclicks happen. Although some more, you know,
Well, this is the first time when nobody's coming in for the Roshan Jack that I've ever seen somebody kill the Aegis, the first Aegis, so it's definitely a new thing for me at the very least. I don't know how many games you've seen where they've killed off the first Aegis without under any threat, but new experience for me.
yeah, you experience all the time with Luminous.
Maybe Mineski wants to give PacificEmaxx a chance, even though PacificEmaxx, two-time defending champions of GEST.
Yo, man, this game is so even right now, and I'm pretty sure the Radiant's Sentinel's creeping a little bit better. 84 CS on the Chaos Knight, 86 on the Invoker, 74 on the Puck, although I'm not sure how much of that is counting the Spiderlings. I imagine it would be. And Scourge, 78 on Windrunner, 97 on Queen of Pain, and 73 on the Brood. Pretty close overall, actually.
Yep, Wisp tried to do a relocate gank, or maybe they relocated the jungle to escape the gank. That looks to be the case. And looks like both teams playing a bit cautiously, as Invoker's going to save up for probably a Mystic Staff, or might just pick up a lot of points to Aghanims, but here comes a gank on Winter. Double impaled, can he catch two? Nicely done by the Lion, as Finger Death drops on the Chaos Knight. Meteor flying in as well. Looks like Chaos Knight is just too tanky with the Drums and the Vanguard, just able to tank so much damage, as looks like Dawn took the fall on the side of PacificEmaxx, but it's still Chaos Knight. It's very, very low HP. They're trying to kill the Queen of Pain. No, they can't do it, and Wisp is going to be dead at next. So nice counter ganking by Mineski, as the PacificEmaxx squad without the puck can't really take team fights.
I don't feel like this is a Southern East Asian game or a Pinoy game because there's like 1 kill a minute. What is this?
I know, seriously.
Shaker gonna be like walking in for a huge ankle slam. It's gonna get the kill. I mean, I still have my voice right now. 20 minutes in the game. You know, it's all chill. Meanwhile, Force Spirit about to get a kill by himself. Oh my God, this Force Spirit, Hero Force Spirit. Shaker walks away with 70 HP.
Top lane. No, never mind. Nothing happened. I just trolled you a little bit.
Yeah, man. Don't pull LD. LD does that shit all the time. Top lane, I go there. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Well, LD's the one who's recording, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. But still, it makes me look, and I was like, what? What's top lane? What's top lane? And then a Spirit Bear like gets resummoned or something. I don't know. Just no, nothing wrong against LD. Just trolling LD a little bit on the top lane here. We are gonna see a force back. I just put in LD. Nothing happens.
Yep. As the mechanism, so went for force step first, but standard go back to mechanism, and we'll see what she decides to pick up next. I honestly don't know. Probably a Hex or something like that, or maybe a Blink Dagger. Who knows? I can't say the truth. But meanwhile, what does Puck have? Oh, he went for force staff rather than I called force staff, even though
you didn't want to see a force staff, right?
Even though I totally didn't call force staff, I called Dagon. But
I mean, they both built from the same staff of Wizards. Good. He's got the blink as well, and he's gonna be initiating on the bot lane without backup, or no, just gonna be going in, scaring people away, eating some more spiralings. For all that Orchid, haven't seen that Orchid really been put to use. He's been joining a couple of team fights, one on mid lane, one on bot lane, but so far haven't been doing too much. And to be honest, without that Aegis, this Brute is very killable at this point. BKB, far from being finished at the moment.
Yeah, and they do have to worry about Demonic Purge. Chaos Knight right clicks in conjunction with the Wisp, and looks like they're going to try to get a gank off as well. And Queen of Pain went for Bloodstone, and this is sometimes we see this. Often we see either Lincolns or Aghanims, but we see Bloodstone first occasionally. And I'm not really a giant fan of this build. Of course, Bloodstone a pretty good item, pretty solid item overall. But I find that Queen of Pain, once she gets the mana regen she needs, she doesn't really need much more mana after that.
I kind of like it. I love that item, in fact. Not really for the mana regen. Like, I completely agree on that fact. Once you get enough mana regen, it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, the best part about it is if she gets a lot of kills and then she dies, she can just be back in the fight in the blink.
Right. That's the thing, right? Pinoy Dota is all about pressure, and you die as your. Imagine Queen of Pain, one of your best mid game hero. If you lose your best mid game hero, sometimes you're done for the next minute. But with Bloodstone, you're back in 20 seconds, and that's a pretty big deal.
Yep, and looks like Chaos Knight is going to get caught out, completely out of position. Wisp completely sacrificed the Chaos Knight. Oh, Echo Slam being dropped as well, just for good measure. Dream Coil can check everybody besides the Meteor Tornado. Definitely going to get off many kills. Earthshaker might be the next one to fall, as looks like that CK Wisp gank was a cleverly disguised bait, and Queen of Pain is going to be able to beat. It's going to be able to escape.
Bait is one way to call it. Or good backup. Good backup from PacificEmaxx, man. That was a horrible situation for Chaos Knight to be in. But that Dream Coil, definitely Blast, Meteor, that was sick. And, I was questioning what build exactly he's going to be going for. Like, Force Spirit it's doing a lot of right-click damage, but that Meteor definitely Blast combo is what really sealed the deal. It's pretty big stuff, and that damage is not going to really get any lower, until the next 20-25 minutes. It's still going to be very effective for, good number of the minutes in remainder in this game.
And Invoker went for Yules, and I'm actually not a huge fan of Yules third on Invoker, just because you give him so much farm. Like, what's the point of getting sort of a mid-tier item?
Have you seen that? Have you seen that Yule combo on Invoker? You know what I'm talking about?
Yules, Sunstrike, Deafening Blast, all that.
And Meteor. Like, it's actually like it's a couple thousands of damage, unavoidable. I completely agree with you. I feel like it's it's a very it doesn't go late as an item, but. It's a
and he went for Blink Dagger as well. So this Invoker is going to be playing all out aggressive, and it should be fun to watch.
Right. I mean, it's It's basically like a free, one wipe at the beginning of the kill, or free pig off, and then you team fight. I think it's decent. Although you're dropping 4 spells for that one kill for Invoker, that's pretty big stuff. So maybe not. But it's definitely a really, really cool item if you want to try out different both Invoker and pup games.
Yeah, I think Mineski, or sorry, PacificEmaxx, they want to sort of get on the aggressive, but you know, when you give Hero as much as Invoker so much farm, when you go for Phase Woods and Force Staff, at least you didn't go Drums, otherwise I'd be a little bit more hesitant about Yos, but I guess I can understand. It's sort of a disable. Blink Dagger, so he's very, very aggressive. So somehow Inma died, not really sure how that happened, but meanwhile it looks like bottom lane is going to get ganked as well. CHN picks up the last hit, but looks like the Scourge wants to let Earthshaker going to come in. Windrunner dropping the Focus Fire to the shackled Invoker, Yules to save his life, completely negating that, and he's going to be able to blink out just fine. Sonic Wave was completely mistimed.
Wow.
What a lucky break.
I don't know if it's lucky or good play, man. That's what the yield does for you, man. And here's a Meteor after the Dream Cold. Windrunner losing a huge amount of HP, poison stacks, giving Sai as well, doing a slight amount of damage. And full retreat is on the Mineski team. Reality Rift after Force. Oh, nice Shackle shot here from Jay. Will that be enough? Long tether from back. Sunstrike, that's going to hit. And they're going to keep on chasing. Blue balls flying around, not in people's faces. That's quite unfortunate. And Windrunner will be making out their life. Unfortunately, 3 teammates have been lost. And right now, this game is fully action-packed, 19-19. I don't really know who's ahead. I want to say Scourge is a tiny bit ahead because Broodmother has the BKB finish, but how much does BKB really mean on a Brood in a game like this, where he's melee's struggling to chase? And to be honest, like the Radiant team's very mobile with those multiple Force Staff, Blink Daggers, Yule Scepters, things of that nature.
It'll mean pretty big deal. There's no hardcore stuns. There's only Demonic Purge. And I'll help against Invoker and Puck as well. And just to go back to Invoker point, the only reason why I said it was luck was that Queen of Pain missed the Sonic Wave.
Missed it, yeah.
But did you see that other kill on Earthshaker? He was at literally almost full HP, and Soul Catcher Sunstrike did.
It's really legit, right? It's really legit. Yeah, we see the Sunstrike, Soul Catcher, Disruption combo in Dota 2 all the freaking time. So something that I'm very familiar with, but it's awesome to see in a game like this because everybody's dying for HP. Meanwhile, Puck gets Hex, he gets silenced. That's a lot of double stun, but he gets forced that backwards Finger of Death from long range. Oh, it hurt, but it felt so good. And now Wisp on the run right now, blinking in for the slow and all the right click coming in. Wisp has no chance as well. That's a double kill. It looks like they want a little bit more disruption offensively being used against the Brood. And there's someone wrapping around. Shadow shot from the range creep to the Shadow Demon. Perfectly played. Huge Meteor being dropped down here. Broodmother, 4 seconds, so no BKB being used. Poison's going to pick off the Shadow Demon. And now Queen of Pain on the run after getting a triple. Blink Echo. Reality Rift back in the Shaker Fizzer. Still will hit. And looks like the Invoker is nice. Nice. Is it going to blink out? Is it going to blink out? Yes, he does blink back to his tier 2 tower. Will he survive? He goes Invis. Actually goes dodge the spell as well. Perfect play here. Lion Still's going to get picked off. No, Lion's still fighting right now. Huge Sonic Wave for the kill. Yes, power shot for the snipe. This Invoker right now, dazzling play. Beautiful play so far.
Yeah, he's completely making the Iron Bell worth it. It looks like Yules has its place, and really, really dominant play by PacificEmaxx Invoker. It looks like Puck and Wisp trying to get return gank. Can they make anything happen? Queen of Pain has regen almost up to full HP, full mana, and she'll be able to drop a lot more spells. So it looks like the tether and the relocate enough to let her escape. And somehow Beaboss manages to pick off RR, who is only trying to farm some poor, unfortunate creeps, but Beaboss is just like, no, my creeps.
Man, Sunstrike kills, man, too good. And this Invoker right now is just dominating right now. 22-23 is a score. I feel like the Sentinel's playing better, but Scourge is picking up a lot of crucial kills. That Queen of Pain picked up 3 kills before. She was basically playing a finesse Queen of Pain as well. So both sides showing some high skill play. This is what Pinoy Dota is all about. High skill play throughout all these chaotic ganks. I'm glad to be casting this one actually.
Yeah, you never really know who has the advantage in this game. I mean, Scourge has more towers, but towers, again, don't really mean too much. But this Queen of Pain is starting to become a huge problem, and once she finishes Aghanim, she hasn't purchased an item in quite a bit, and I expect her next item to be coming in shortly. Yes, it is a finished Aghanims, so that cycle will be even more annoying if that was ever possible.
Wait, this is a Mineski game, right? So obviously Emax is gonna win here because I never cast Mineski.
No, actually there was one game that I casted with you on your channel that Mineski won.
1 out of like a 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the only singular appearance. By the way, Emax is gonna win this game, so until next time, we'll see you. But we'll see how this one goes out. Dream Core being dropped on, and the Shaker. Shaker's going to break the tether. Silent comes in right now. Shaker's going to get picked up. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, it's not a trade so far. They're going to Reality Rift in 2 seconds on the Windrunner. Look at that combo against Lion. No chance. He's magic winding up. Blink Dagger for the chase for the kill. Meanwhile, Windrunner gets purged up as well. This is going to be a huge wipe. Sunstrike not even going to get the kill. Basically, 2 for nothing, 3 for nothing. A couple buybacks being expended here by Mineski. And they're going to really want to defend this tier 2.
Yeah, and meanwhile, Broodmother is completely non-factor. I guess, like you said, Broodmother just doesn't really fit in this game very well, where it's so chaotic and Broodmother is just like, okay guys, I'll just push this lane. No worries.
I got this creeps on top, man.
Yo, those creeps mad important. If you don't get those creeps, then maybe Lion would. And who wants to get Lion farm as Force Staff in on the Queen of Pain. Nice Force Staff usage. Can they chain stun the Queen of Pain fast enough? No, she's able to pick out the last instant. Drops Sonic Wave. Looks like she's gonna get disrupted. Can Puck time the Waning Rift? Yes, they're able to pick off Jojuro, and he's gonna be dead for quite a while. Fissure gonna be dropped as well. Jay picks up a kill on Inma, the Wisp, and looks like Shadow Demon's gonna get orchided. One hit by the Broodmother, able to clean up. Here comes Broodmother back for vengeance. And then she realizes, oh crap, I can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing with the Broodmother. She's going to get one kill, maybe. Oh, cancels a TP. Maybe a little bit afraid of Fissure. I think that was a pretty decent play, but the Fissure never came. Now it's going to come nice phase out. The blink misses. Oh, no. And the second blink coming off cooldown here for Kapu Kapu, the Fairy Dragon. That's some Final Fantasy reference. I think I even said that before. Meanwhile, who the hell's dying up top? That was a Chaos Knight. I had no idea why he was stuck in that animation. Was he shackled? I have no clue.
I think he was shackled, but the animation was just very... It didn't even look like it was on a tree, but he was definitely stuck in place for a while. Maybe Reality Rifted into a very unfortunate location, but that didn't make sense, so I guess he was shackled. But Lion and Orchid able to do enough damage to clean up the Chaos Knight, and this is the problem with Chaos Knight. We see so often you devote a lot of resources to Chaos Knight, but he doesn't really... He just sort of goes all out, gank, dives in, he's the first one to initiate, and he's the first one to get focused, so oftentimes... he doesn't really have the late game impact that he should have as a very, very powerful late game hero. Yeah,
even when the Chinese was using him back in 2010, 2011, I wasn't to be honest too impressed with the hero. Like, he's gonna have some runaway games.
2 out of 11 games we casted.
Right.
That's pretty ridiculous.
He has. I mean, he's a powerful hero. He's gonna have some runaway gangs, and now the Dire team, Scourge team has. Correctly identified that killing the Age is probably not the best choice. They're going to give it to Queen of Pain instead. But yeah, like Chaos Knight is one of those heroes that is going to have a powerful start, is going to carry you to the mid game, but in a late game situation like this, which is we're approaching towards to, he's not going to do anything.
Yeah, and looks like Brewer picks up a dagger just to help him chase. This game is coming down to very 4-8B, just chasing all over the place. We don't see this many daggers in a Pino game, but this is pretty exciting to watch. As Luminous is getting ganked by his family.
No, you might have heard some children sounding like they were being,
We'll just stop right there before you get into too much trouble.
Right. So I cut out the voice.
Oh, no, never mind. I won't go there.
Right. No, my neighbors are outside in the backyard being loud, so I was like, be quiet, please. Trying to cast. Only I get to be loud here because I have important shit to do. Who cares about your family time? We're on the top line here. Looks like they're going to be going back and defending this one. Going to be doing item check as 34 minutes and haven't done one yet. On the Scourge side, 4-stab mech here and going for the Hex is our Windrunner. Blink Dagger Shaker. You talked about the Blink Dagger Brood, BKB, and Orchid. Pretty stacked. And of course we have Acceptor and a Bloodstone on the Queen of Pain. On the Sandstone side, just basic stuff on the Wisp. I'm very surprised to see not a what's that item? Arcane Boots on him, because the fact that you're tethered, you can give double the mana to your, whoever you're tethered with. But I guess he's just a little bit more worried about HP. You can see that he's stacking with Bracer as well. We have Shadow Demon against standard stuff here. I imagine he's going for a Medallion Courage, although quite far away from that. Chaos Knight's Drums and a Vanguard, and that's it. And we have Blink Dagger, Yield Scepter, 4-Staff Acceptor. A whole bunch of Scepters on the Invoker, and we might have a fight breaking out, so we'll talk about items later as Kapu Kapu perhaps getting ganked.
No, you might get in the position. He might spring the engagement. No, it looks like Earthshaker is smoked up, and they have a Sentry Ward. They saw Earthshaker even though they killed the Sentry Ward, and they're going to own that West Pollution. It looks like they're going to back up, but just to go back to these Sentinel items, no Mechanism, no Pipe, and a lot of magical damage, a lot of damage in general being thrown on, and at least Scourge has Mechanism, so that's something going for them.
Yeah, every time.
So yeah, Wisp.
every time I cast Pino games, I just get mad because I never see enough things like pipe, vlads, mechs, drums. I mean, you might see once in a blue moon. Like there's a mech here.
Actually, Pinoys pick up a lot of drums these days.
Okay, good.
Almost as much as the Chinese.
Good, because that fits our place out perfectly, right? I mean, about time.
And Chaos Knight has drums, but they pick up Mechanism in 99% of the games. I guess in this game, they don't really have a carrier that could farm up Mechanism fast enough. Shouty and Vay underfarmed, Wisp underfarmed as well. And I think I would have rather Wisp just gone for Mechanism, but I guess he's just too poor, too broke. So I think they'll probably pick up Mechanism, but it might be very, very late.
Yeah, it might be late. I mean, late mech is never, like, mech is never really bad. The armor in the late game situation is still good, and heals, you know, still very, very decent. Let's just hope, for our sake, that Invoker doesn't end up picking up the mech. I mean, Pug is not a bad mech carrier. By the way, though, Windrunner just finished his Hex. That's pretty big games.
Yeah, and one thing, just to go back to that Mechanism point, as I'm trying to remember what I was about to say.
We're about to say
One of the
Mechanism.
reasons why we didn't see a lot of Mechanism in the Pinoy play is just because A is so predominant there.
That's true.
I mean, we don't see A nearly as much in Dota 2. I think A is a very underrated hero in that game, but he definitely doesn't really fit the pushing metagame because, of course, he needs that little 6, and Ice Blast has a pretty long cooldown. But A is such a dominant hero in the Pinoy metagame, or not really dominant, but just such a prevalent hero. You see him in at least 80% of the games, and he was probably banned in this game.
And trying to mech against A Ice Blast is kind of annoying. So yeah, I could definitely see the reason why mech is, you know, not a very dominant item here. But by that nature, pipe should be. I don't see any pipe.
Yeah, I guess the heroes we don't see very often too many pipes in Pinoy scene. We see Mechanism, but we don't see pipe.
Yeah, and I mean, there's what Sonic Waves all the time. There's a whole bunch of like Echo Slam. There's a lot of magical damage, so it always befuddles me. Is that even a word that we don't even see?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, let me write that down. SAT word of the day. Even though I'm done with SAT like 8 years ago. What's this, 6? 6?
You're getting too
7? 7 years ago. Man, I'm getting old. Back in the old days.
Back in the old days, we didn't have Dota 2 replay tournament systems. We just had to go to Ghost Gamers and
yeah, I was doing that today. I was like, what the fuck is Ghost Gamers replay page?
I think this is the most time I ever hear Luminous say the word fuck in a commentary.
Whoops.
He said it twice. My god, he said it twice.
No, just, you know, being American, being liberal. Is that even a fair thing to say?
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm American. Technically, I'm
You're the one
American.
who makes the rules.
Yeah, I'm American. I'm a citizen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yes.
Want a cookie?
I do. I want some American cookies. None of that Chinese shit.
The Chinese cookies are.
Dude, Chinese cookies are so good. What the fuck are you talking about? Fortune cookies, man.
They have like, you know, like mixed cat in there and just like all this weird crazy stuff.
Dude.
Like essence of
Excess of dog tongue? Come on, man. You open that shit up and Confucius say, buy TP squirrels. Come on. You get better at Dota, too. Meanwhile, Big Smoke Gang coming on the mid lane here. They still have that Aegis, by the way. This Queen of Pain, almost unkillable. Now adds a BKB to her item. I really like the BKB pickup, especially the fact that she didn't pick it up too early. The reason I say that picking up early BKB sometimes isn't the most effective thing is look at that brew right now. Already sitting at what, like a 7-second, 6-second BKB? It's not going to be like the most effective BKB. Whereas if you pick it up pretty late, like when Queen of Pain picks it up right now, it is going to be the full 10-second and it's going to be huge.
Yeah, it's gonna be really difficult. And also, Lions farmed up a Blink Dagger. I don't know if you caught that in last time check, but they have a lot of initiation going for them. So if Puck blinks in, if they can keep a couple heroes out of position so they can avoid the Dream Claws, looks like Brumo is gonna be the Invoker is just gonna get completely chain stunned down, and he couldn't even get time to pop the Yule's Blink Dagger, and he's just gonna be out of position. Earthshaker drops an Echo Slam on just the Chaos Knight. Wisp is trying to relocate to save his Chaos Knight brethren, and he looks like he's going to do that successfully, but of course he's going to be right back. Looks like Wisp might just sacrifice himself. Invoker buys back, as he has so much gold to work with. He casts Tornado. Does he have anything to pull up? Looks like Wisp is going to be the only other casualty in this gank.
Uh-oh, BKB Brew here. You can see the team TBI. So what's Wisps? What am I trying to say? Whips PB backs to CK. CK's on the run right here. Very unfortunate earlier. The Blink Daggers. How many Blinks are there? 4? 3 Blink Daggers, Queen of Pain has a built-in Blink, and Windrunner, of course, is, you know, just fast with the Force Staff and Phase Boots. Very unfortunate for the fact that, you know, CK BKB'd and got immediately TP back, but look at this Queen of Pain. My goodness, that blew away her Aegis, but she's going to be back. No big deal.
Yeah, what's really unfortunate in that Team 5 PacificEmaxx is that their Invoker, their star player, Boss, just died. He had to buy back, and he was forced to play so defensively, and they're forced to drop their spells very defensively, which as a Southeast Asian team, you never want to be in that situation. Looks like the Mineski squad want to push in. Echo Slam is on cooldown, so I don't think they should go for this push, but it looks like they want to do it anyway, as here comes the Blinken by the Broodmother, trying to get some right clicks, has the Orchid going, a nice disruption by Shouting. Shouting will take the fall. In return, will Invoker die? He did use a buyback. Looks like Invoker is going to yield himself away. Queen of Pain pops the BKB. Looks like Invoker is going to blink himself out. Nicely done, but this tower is going to fall very, very quickly, unless Invoker can get back to the front lines to defend it very, very soon.
Yeah, Tower Glyph is already used. 4 people hitting a puck on the sidelines here, trying to get some tornado from long range. And it looks like the EMP is going to hit a couple of heroes, although Tower is still dead, and looks like the Rex fully exposed. Blinking here from puck. Phase 4 staff back. Look at the mobility from both teams here. We have Wisp being silenced so far. Down to half HP is the Ancient of War, is the defense being mustered up. Blinking here, nice, huge ice wall here being dropped on 4. And it looks like they're going to focus on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain already used her Aegis, and she's down, and now this team on full retreat. But can you retreat from the Chaos Knight, one of the best chasers in the game? Sees how it's going to pick him off. Meanwhile, the Big Brute here, nice TP out from the Wisp. Is going to save himself. Regens quite a bit of HP. Wimmer coming back. Is going to see, who the hell is that? That's a puck. Barely is going to survive. I do believe he's going to survive the Orchid. Blinking, huge long finger. That was the middle finger, man. Long range here. I mean, right now we have Invoker gets shackled up. He's going to blink out just fine, dodging the physical hits. Meanwhile, on the mid lane here, Purge up against the Brood. Brood not going to right click away too much. He's going to go down here. Winner, where the hell did she go? Oh, she got reality backed in, and huge echo here from the Shaker. Enchant Totem Fish is going to hit, but it looks like definitely Blast, and the meter pushes everybody back. We do have Shadow Demon very low in terms of HP. The Cow, he's trying to run. Dude on the horse, too fast. So Chaos Knight going to get yet another kill. Meanwhile, the chase now goes the other way. Sunstrike's going to miss here. Lion is going to get right click down as well. As I say that, is he going to die? Is he going to die? He's finally going to die, not before dropping a Impale. Are we going to see a Tether and looks port up top? I really think they could even like fight for a Rax.
Yeah, I think that might be in the cards. That was just literally, I think that fight was 2 to 3 minutes long, and never seen as a team fight that long in quite a while. But you just saw, one thing they could say for the Scourge is that Mechanism just did so much work. Sentinel, where's their mech at? Come on, guys.
Yeah, the mech definitely kept the Scourge alive longer than they should have been alive. They are going to get this tier 2, and I think they should look towards tier 2, right? The double damage on Invoker, allowing him to right click like crazy. Invoker, by the way, still has a lot of gold, 2,400. You gotta keep in mind that he bought back earlier, so having this amount of gold after buyback, after death, still very key. Picked up a lot of kills. It looks like they are gonna get a Rax. Peak Sonic Wave to gonna mow down the Creep Wave and lower the HP of everybody, but that here's them healing. Oh no, Queen of Pain, is she gonna get chainstun down? Pops a BKB and still dies. Very unfortunate. Respawn back with a one less charge of BKB. The double damage in here on the Invoker, gonna pick down both Raxes. And right now, I think the Emax team is really, really far ahead. Have they won the game? I don't think so, but they're looking very, very poised to get a big advantage. Here comes the BKB from the Chaos Knight. Ignoring every stun, he's going to be right-clicking on the Winner, forcing herself back out. Finger Death being dropped here. He's going to focus on the Shadow Demon as a Brood. Brood not going to get the kill. Shadow Shot is going to hit on Puck, but fairly healthy as the hell. No, it gets hexed up. Enchant Totem, Fissure, all the spell ready to be dropped. Puck still alive. Is going to blink out just fine. Yes, he does blink out just fine. Fissure now does fine. Enchant Totem will hit this person. Shadow Demon finally dies, but it's more or less a Pyrrhic victory, as the Raxus has been already brought down.
Lewis, you might need to take a long drink of water after those past 5 minutes. My god, that was very, very action-packed to say the least, and I guess we see why this is recommended replays. So much action, so much intensity. Only 65 kills, he's saying, only. We've seen female games where there's like 80 kills by around this mark, 44 minutes, but still very, very insane action. Is there going to be more to come in the near future? No, but just keep in mind, Chaos Knight has finished the BKB, and I don't think he had it in the Rax defense. He had it in the push just there on the mid-Rax, but I don't think he used it in that engagement. Let me just check out really fast on Purple. Purple, what's your BK? Oh, he's had it for quite a while, so I guess I'm completely mistaken. Earthshaker blinks it with an Echo Slam. Gonna drop the Hex on the Chaos Knight as well. Can they get the chain stuns? Yes, nice chain stunning by the Scourge, as they were able to bring down an extremely tanky hero. But that Echo Slam just did a huge amount of damage, and looks like the Mineski squad want to get that third row shot, and the cheese will just be so important.
Yeah, Line getting that recent buff, the 4-second Hex, is kind of big. I think that's like a very small, subtle buff, but it's actually ridiculously huge. That really helping them getting the kill against that Chaos Knight. And here we go. They're gonna focus on that Rex, or excuse me, on the Roshan. Kind of awkward to see that it's the Sentinel that's gonna give away the Roshan, even though they just got a Rex. But it just shows you that Mineski right now has a better positioning. They have the better read on the situation. And of course, getting a pick off like that against the Chaos Knight, absolutely huge. The reason why they got this. And Aegis Cheese, I imagine, just got picked up. Who got the cheese? Winner, and of course, Aegis going back to the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, without the Chaos Knight, they can't really take too many fights. But looks like it's going to be a Blink on Invoker. Invoker dies right here. A missed impale. Some nice Yules as Invoker's going to blink out once again. This Invoker just trolling Mineski so hard as he's going to be able to drop a tornado, going to be able to retreat safely. As, yeah, without the Chaos Knight, they don't really have any take heroes. Without a mechanism on their side, they don't have the healing either. So they really need Chaos Knight just to soak up a lot of damage coming from the Scourge side. And Chaos Knight should respawn very, very soon, so they will have him for the Rax defense. And Orange is going to be pushing top. Does he have a TP? Yes, he does. So he's going to be able to get back just fine. Meanwhile, Invoker, doing it as late game Invokers do, just spamming every spell in the book. And this is power. If you get Invoker this late in the game, and if he's level 23 with an Aghanim, he's just one of the most powerful heroes in the game.
One of the funnest heroes to play as well, because you just, basically you're playing Invoker practice against, live humans. And you
get to pretend you're Dendi.
Yeah, you get to pretend. Keywords pretend. You're like, oh man, QQW, and you're dropping all these spells. And oh wait, that's not really a spell I want, but here, whatever. All the spells are good because I'm a level 25 or 23, whatever. So it's all good. And now Invoker, he's still saving a lot of gold, right? 3,600. I know some of it's for buyback, but really need to pick up a Hex or a Black King Bar. Both those items will carry him for the next 10-15 minutes, especially that BKB, because he's really getting focused. You talked about CK being the really only tank hero. I felt like Invoker could definitely tank a little bit as well. He's fairly healthy in terms of, or really high HP, but let's be honest, you don't want Invoker to eat the spells. You want him to be at the back line and start, dropping all those meteors, Deathling Blast, or whatever else he's, giving us. But
yeah, and meanwhile, Mineski, they have a lot of big items up. They have Maelstrom up on the Windrunner. They had Butterfly up on the Broodmother, so they're getting bigger items up faster than PacificEmaxx, even though PacificEmaxx does have a Rex,
right.
So that might be a little bit disconcerting for the PacificEmaxx squad.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in this situation right now, that Rax means very little, because after the next team fight, whoever wins the next team fight is gonna, either if Radiant wins this next team fight, Sentinel, sorry, they're gonna take one more Rax. But if Scourge wins this team fight, they're definitely gonna take a Rax themselves. So it's really gonna come down to which team is stronger in terms of heads of engagement. And I think it favors the Scourge, right? They have, Aegis Cheese, they have better items overall, they have more hexes. Windrunner has one, and Queen of Pain, does she have the second one yet?
Not yet.
Not yet. Ooh, Ethereal Blade, best item in the game according to B-Balling.
Well, I replaced it with the Magic Wand.
Okay.
As Puck is going to get initiated on, is going to be able to blink out just fine, but it looks like they're going to re-initiate on the Earthshaker, dropping all the spells in the book. Earthshaker could not even drop Echo Slam, and the reason why PacificEmaxx has so few items in comparison, they're saving up so much money for buyback, which is very, very odd in the PNO scene, but this is a trademark of PacificEmaxx and MSI GT in particular. They play a bit more safe, they play a bit more, not really Chinese, but they play more safe, and they save up for buyback.
I mean, upper racks saving for buyback is what you usually want to do, but perhaps not in this case. Dreamcall on top of everybody right now. Invoker spells are still in cooldown. I'm talking about Big Meteor though. It looks like someone's gonna get defensively disrupted. Here comes a BKB Brood under that Ice Wall. Well, Ice Wall is not really slowing down. The Chaos Knight is already down without a tank. It is time for the Sentinel to back off. Oh no, Invoker is gonna try to blink out, but will he do so in time? No, he doesn't. The poison damage on the right tick does cancel it. Now Line does seize the Puck. Puck, can he phase and blink out? Now if he's chainsong like this, nice silence, and he is done as well. Triple kill here for JJR Jujuro. Whatever, if I pronounce that incorrectly, I'm sorry. And here comes, it's exactly what I talked about. If whoever wins a team fight will just get the next Rax. It doesn't matter if you're up one Rax or you have big creeps. You could just blow down the creeps so very quickly that it doesn't matter. Queen of Pain is just going to ignore and blink to the next Shake Wave and start weakening that one instead.
But this is why Wisp is annoying. You could split push. You could, if you look at the creep equilibrium, you can see that it's all on the PacificEmaxx side's favor. But it looks like Mineski's not going to care. They might just go for the Throne. Invoker buys back, a very late buyback, and Chaos Knight should be falling very, very soon. He might just wait it out. Meanwhile, Orange, does he have a buyback? He should. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but they're not buying back until they desperately need it. I imagine they have Glyph as well. Focus Fire being dropped on the Ancient of War. Still no Glyph. Drums being dropped as well. They gotta buy out if they're not. There's a Glyph. Still no buyout right now. It's regenerating a little bit. Where's the Invoker coming with no Deathling Blast? They're afraid of the Blink Daggers, and the Ancient War just gets sniped. They had buyback, but they didn't want to use it for it. Wow.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
As then if you weren't going to defend it, why have the Invoker buyback at all?
Or if you're gonna save for
waste a lot of
buyback,
money.
then buyback, because those items sitting in the bank actually does nothing.
Queen of Pain getting in here. I'm going to be able to drop the BKB. He's going to go back on the offensive drop. The Shadow Strike up on the Chaos Knight. Will they be able to make a hasty retreat? Mineski, no, they're going to switch to the bottom lane. It looks like Bruno, they're able to work down that tower. Here comes the Blinking by the Earthshaker, but the Tether Stun just too good. Meteor Hex combination being dropped on the Earthshaker, but looks like Chaos Knight is going to be the first one to fall. Chaos Knight should have buyback. He did not buy back in that last engagement. Will he be able to buy back right now? Yes, he should. He's going to buy back as they trade an Earthshaker for Chaos Knight, but still wasting buyback. Tornado's going to be dropped as well, holding the line in place. EMP Tornado, trying to get everybody in there. Any Dream Coil being casted. No, Puck gets shackled. Can they kill Puck? Looks like E-Blade is going to be casted as well. Puck is silent, so he's going to take so much damage. He's going to be the next one to fall. He does not have buyback, as Wisp is just standing on trying to tether everybody, casting Overcharge frantically. Icewall going to hold the Queen of Pain, or Chaos Knight in place, or save the Chaos Knight for a bit, as Bruma is going to go back in the offensive. Bruma, by the way, had picked up Boots of Travel, as looks like Chaos Knight and Maelstrom being able to pick up the last hit. Jay just picking up kills left and right with that Maelstrom, and Invoker is going to be next one to fall, and PacificEmaxx are just going to fall.
Wow. Those shackles. Jay has not missed a shackle in that entire fight, and they're backdooring this Rax right now. GG gets called, and GG indeed it was, right? Sentinel, I felt like they made a little bit of a poor item decision, poor item choices. But that team fight, Mineski was all on top of that, showing how much experience they have. All the great plays, spectacular individual plays.
Yeah, very, very solid. Looks like, oh, that was just, I thought it was a Wisp attempt at a backdoor, as we saw that in the last game we tested. But no Fury to help him out. And looks like Mineski should be able to clean up the top Rex as well. And that was a really, really intense game. You never really know who had the advantage, and that's the hallmark of a RR these days.
That's not really an RR in my book, though. Or, I'm not saying this game is not good. I'm saying I don't agree with Ghost of Gamer's definition of RRs.
Well, these days, there's only so many Dota 1
That's
replays
true.
that there are.
That's true.
So, might as well take the best of the Dota 1 replays that are available and call them RRs. Makes sense to me.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Times have changed, Luminous. Times have changed.
I'm old school. I gotta get up with the new times. Should get texting on my phone.
Hey, at least we got a smartphone now. I got a dumb phone.
You know, that your phone need to IQ up. Take it to Chinese school or some shit.
It needs to go to special ed.
There you go.
As Mineski not going to finish off that top rack, so PacificEmaxx, they're going to need to fight the team fight of their lives. They need to get.
Wait, hold on. Who called a GG?
Mineski.
Okay, so it's not really GG yet.
Puck said, "Ha ha."
I see. Well, Mineski doing what Mineski does best, which is calling GG, I suppose. They are in a very, very favorable position. Here's the issue with them saving buyback, right? In the previous team fight, they didn't have the extra item because they saved it for the buyback, and then they didn't use for the buyback. Chaos Knight, every time he's about to die, he pops his BKB, he pops a Phantasm, and then he buys back, which is like, okay. You know, it's kind of awkward. So
It is.
Yeah.
Very awkward. As, still, if PacificEmaxx Puck will just have to get the most magical Dream Coil ever, as Puck picks up a very late game Necrobook level 1. I don't like this, but you know my opinion on late game Necrobook, Luminous.
you know my opinion on Necrobooks. Best item in the game, plus 46 strength.
Necrobook at 53 minutes in, level 1.
Yeah, no, I'm not a biggest fan of the late Necrobook as well. But what is he gonna get for 2,700 gold? That's gonna, or 32, I think. That's gonna have a huge impact in the game.
Yeah, he can get Ghost Scepter when Broodmother. He can get, maybe he can start building towards a mechanism. He can get mech.
Yes! You know what? I actually think Mech would do a little bit more than a Necro one. But, you know,
Yeah,
Necro one, you could
would not
definitely upgrade
die.
it. So, maybe.
Chaos Knight would not die in like 2 seconds. He'd die in 4 seconds.
Chaos Knight has been upgrading his drums. That's something that we don't see at all. There's going to be a big encounter on the top lane. Chaos Knight just too far away by himself. He's going to start fighting this Tether 4-second stun. A lot of spells. Here's one thing I also want to point about, man. These guys are not shy dropping their spells, which is cool to see in sometimes, but other times in situations like these, as we see the reality forward here, no BKB being popped so far. Windrunner, 3-second stun. She's caught in a very awkward position. BKB not going to pop in on the Queen of Pain, and looks like the Windrunner trying to run out of Purge. Not going to be enough. She's going to be fine. And now the chase goes the other way. Sentinel full retreat. The backdoor on the Broodmother. Wow. Pops a BKB, and looks like she's going to try to running, but the right click's actually doing quite a bit. Still trying to catch up on the Brood. Running. Meanwhile, the fight going on otherwise on the top lane here. Invoker's going to force off herself. Shadow Demon's basically dead. Blinking here from the Queen of Bane. Denies the rune. Gets the kill. Next up his team is the Windrunner. And now the GG push, perhaps.
Perhaps. Only 1 for 1. But still, Earthshaker's going to respawn, and he will have the ultimate in the next engagement. Looks like there's going to be offensive engagement on the Wisp, as Wisp is going to drop the gem. Nice play by the Scourge side, as just judging by your streak guy was a little bit ahead of you there. But yeah, in that earlier force engagement, I'm not too sure because Wisp got back to that fight really fast, so I'm not really sure how he did that. But what I thought I saw was E-Blade being used by the Queen of Pain, Sonic Wave being dropped, and Wisp managed to relocate out of the way in the blink of an eye. But I don't know.
That was so fast. That would have been awesome if that's what happened. I thought getting the kill against Shaker was great, and then the fact that they chased for even more was not so good. Now hindsight's 2020, but for a team that's usually a lot more conservative, like Emaxx, that was a very, very bold and aggressive play, and it just didn't work out in their favor.
Well, I mean, I guess they really wanted to take a team fight without Earthshaker, one of their best team fight heroes, but this Queen of Pain is just too JoJo, just playing on top of his game. Picked up a heart as well, so didn't even pick up the Aegis, just said, alright, I'm gonna get a heart, leave the Aegis to Earthshaker, because Earthshaker's the primary target of the initiation. And where's the cheese? Maybe they just use the cheese for the heck of it.
Maybe they sold it for 500 gold, man. It's
yeah,
legit
500 gold. Big cash.
I think the issue with the Sentinel squad right now, they're getting out of DPS. They're lacking in terms of DPS. Where the hell is actually their damage coming in? Right. Earlier I was talking about Invoker's Meteor, about how Meteor is really, really good for the next 20 minutes. We're past that point. Meteor definitely passed. It's a decent AoE combo to open up a team fight, but you're not going to do enough damage by itself. And that's the issue. You have Dream Coil, you have Deathwing Blast, you have Meteor. Chaos Knight is constantly locked down, so he's not going to do anything. Shadow Demon, Disruption, Purge, I mean, those are good utility spells. There's just not enough right-click damage comparatively on the Scourge. Not only do they have the right-click damage from the Brood, Queen of Pain is not shabby in that part, they have so much AoE disable from the Shaker. They have long single target disable here from the Lion. And of course, they have huge burst damage. The burst damage is on a different level. When you have Sonic Wave, Finger of Death, and the Dare Blade, it's kind of day and night when it comes to burst.
Yeah, but yo, PacificEmaxx, they have a mech on the Wisp. I don't know how long ago he got that, so all that ragging on this mech, but I think he just got it pretty recently. So
alright, this has got to be the biggest backstab of his life right now to actually get this kill.
Puck needs a 4 or 5-man Dream Coil, but too many BKBs, they can just run out of it. As Earthshaker is staying in the shadows, realizing I don't want to die again. Even though he has Aegis, he's a big softie.
Yeah, and all these fight Shaker is gonna be the X factor. If he gets his Sonic, or if he gets caught in the beginning of team fight, I feel like Radiant has a chance. Sentinel has a chance. Man, I keep making that mistake. Sorry, guys. But if he doesn't get caught, oh, he does get caught. BKB 4-second stun. That's exactly what they need to do. He's got the Aegis. Maybe that's why he doesn't care too much. Well, he gets Hex, he gets forced out backwards. They shouldn't go for this anymore, but they are going to do it regardless. 3-second stun, Phantasm gets used. They're going to focus on Shaker a second time. Is it going to be brought? No, not before he drops his Echo. He's still alive. He's still alive. Shaker, it's alive. No Flaming. Oh, he gets picked off. No big deal. Did enough work. And now the chase goes the other way. Broodrunner getting the right click on. Invoker trying to get his right click, but he's just a good old Invoker, and now the teamfight gets completely won. Blink Dagger in from Bruce, still chasing in the silence in, but Invoker with haste. It's gonna be fine. As I say that, Queen of Pain is fighting him in this. Really? Really, Queen of Pain? Wow, she tanked that for like an hour.
Oh, Wisp died. If Wisp hadn't died right there, then I think they could have gone for the tier 4 maybe, but that would have been a little bit long shot as GG's called by Mineski once again. And finally PacificEmaxx replies in full, and that was a good game.
It's really good. Really good game.
So yeah, total 1.
Man, my lungs are not ready for this kind of games. It's such a troll game as well, because I remember saying like 24 minutes in we had like 28 kills. I was like, oh man, what are we casting? And then the next 40-60 minutes was like, Yeah,
it ends up with 85 kills. My god, 85 kills in 60 minutes.
Pretty standard game.
Where's the 120? 2 kills per minute. Come on, guys. No, if there was actually 120, I think we would just like gone to therapy after that. Seen too many deaths. Just saying, I've seen too much. Literally have PTSD after that.
What the hell's that stands for?
You know what PTSD?
No, I'm uncultured.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
Oh, I heard of that. Any case, thank you guys for watching this commentary. We have a new commentator on thecommenters.com. You should definitely check him out. Maybe I'll dual cast with him someday. Screen Guard Guy is his name. You can search him up on YouTube, or you could just you go to thecommenters.com and check him out. Of course, you could check out my co-caster today, bbong773. I'm sure you guys all heard of him. A lot of Dota 1 casting, and Dota 2. Aren't you casting daily? It feels like you are.
I've slowed down a little bit, but casting a bit more Dota 2 just to give us some quality matches before the international, as the matches started to slow down. But yeah, guys, I did a cast at Screen Guard. He's definitely a very fun commentator, and he casts right now exclusively Dota 1. So if you want Dota 1, check him out. He's a solid guy. He will keep you entertained. And so if you want Dota 1, check out SGG.
He's like Luminous Prime, you know?
Luminous Prime.
He's Asian. He watches anime. That's all you gotta be Luminous too. And like earlier, I just said I was unique. Any case, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is B-Balling, Luminous, and the rest of DotaCommenters.com signing out. See you guys.
Peace.